So this is going to be an assessment video of whether this Tiger Force Roadblock and Tripwire 2-figure set is going to be worth your $54 something of hard-earned money. So for product identification, front of the box, back of the box, side number 1, side number 2, and product codes. I got this figure set from Target just this evening. Okay, so let's take a look at the base action figure, because that is going to be the meat and potatoes of this 2-figure set. It's not going to be the accessories. Okay, so let's start with the upper half for Roadblock. So let's do a 360 spin or turn of the figure. So we have some kind of camo paint for the face of Roadblock, but it looks like he was run over by McLeod. So that detail should have... personally, I really don't like the camo paint. It's just useless to have camo paint wherein you have this much color for a head protection or a helmet. So if a subdued color was used for this helmet, for example the green color, same color for the helmet, it would have been better. But yellow and black, ooh, this thing really stands out. If you're a road cyclist, that's a good color for a helmet. But for a combat soldier, bad choice of colors. As for the webbing or the harness, the Y harness with the battle belt, it's made of soft rubbery material. So with the pistol holster. Let's take a look at the camouflage pattern on the pants of Roadblock and the details on the boots. Okay, so typical G.I. Joe Classified series camouflage pattern wherein the black has stripes, but when you go to the sides, this section is unpainted. And when you take a closer look at the inner thighs, they're also unpainted. So same with the other section. So the front section would only be painted with camo stripes, but yeah, missing paint details. So with this section, missing paint details. So this is how the action figure looks with the helmet on. So as for choice of color, I would have really gone for the green color on the helmet instead of having black and yellow. So this kind of color really stands out. The color on the pants actually is more subdued, but when you go towards the helmet section, that is really bright yellow. Okay, so these are the associated accessories for Roadblock. So we already tackled this helmet. And comparable to the other issued helmets, this is made of harder material. Okay, that seems good. So taking off that paint, you could repaint this and give it a different camo color or pattern. Okay, and get rid of that straps and put a elastic cordage on that strap. So yep, very customizable. I mean, not kit bashable, customizable. Okay, so moving back towards the other accessories. Okay, two handles for the Majus, a side arm. So that is the details for the Desert Eagle 50 AE pistol. So this is a single stack pistol holding about 7 rounds, and we don't have, when you take a look at the webbing, you don't have any magazine holders, nothing. These two pouch would possibly hold on to magazines? Take a look at the pistol grip. I don't think so. So those are pressure bandage dressings and smoke grenades. That is a first aid kit. Oh yeah. Okay, so still soft and gummy. So that's it. Handles for the Bajus. So plastic check, still soft and gummy. So for the other handle, so these details, as you could see, still soft and gummy. Well, the Majus is of course a sizable piece of plastic, so there's more plastic to this thing. So it has a little bit of bend on the barrel, but as for the main body of the weapon system, that's one solid plastic. But this piece, there's a little bit of flex. Of course, this is made of, the tripod is made of sturdier plastic. Yep. So I guess this is going to be new. Backpack, of course, one solid plastic piece. So that's the details. And we have the entry point for the belt. Ammunition belt comes from this is the same ammunition belt that we have with G.I. Joe Classified Series rack and roll, and also tunnel rat. Okay, so it's only going to be one piece. Now if you are going to display your weapon system this way, so let's attach all associated accessories with this weapon system. Of course, you're going to have the ammunition feeding system. The belt is just way too long. So it would have been nice if they gave us two belts. One that's going to be short for this kind of display setup. If Roadblock is not going to it's also going to be a silly thing if he's going to handle this weapon system as a man-portable thing. Well, anyway. Okay, so, but my point is with regards to displaying this weapon system, it's just way too long. So something shorter would have been or must be provided. So that is not included. So okay, so my point, take the belt in, stick it to the port, and take a look at that. That's just way too long. So if you're going to fit it, this would have been a proper position. So a slightly or moderately length ammunition belt would have been nice. That way. And just imagine that Roadblock is in this firing position. So my point is we're just concentrating on the accessories that are included. Okay. My second point, with regards to, once again, going back to the ammunition belt. So this is where they once again instead of giving us a new belt. So take a look at the opening. Ammunition belt. So that's exactly my point. Wrong caliber for the wrong firearm. Oh boy. Yeah. It would have been nice is, for example, now going to my 1:6 scale lot. So I found these small pieces. Now this is for a Majus. This is for a weapon system similar to rock and rolls. Okay, so with regards to 1:6 scale, so properly scaled, right? But with G.I. Joe Classified series, that's really lazy, giving us the same belt system for a different weapon. So wrong ammo for the wrong firearm. So take a look at this. So that is so loose. But when you take a proper size belt, I wish that this would have been longer, so I could fit it into this opening. Actually, yeah, we still have a little bit of clearance, so I wish this was a little bit longer, so this would have really been perfect. Weehee. So I guess I'm going to eBay or Monkey Depot to look for a belt like this for 1:6 scale weapon systems. So that's my point with regards to the weapon system for Roadblock, taking a look at the individual pieces. So this is G.I. Joe Classified Series recommended look for Tiger Force Roadblock. So let's do a simple spin of the figure. So as you could see, that helmet, that color really stands out. So a very simple change. So let's introduce. So this is Airborne's helmet, a different colored helmet. Now that's a green helmet. The simple change of helmet, once you introduce it to the action figure, improves the overall appeal or look. Even if he's manhandling that very heavy weapon system and very heavy payload. So don't expect this guy to wear body armor or any additional equipment. So as you could see, the look of the figure changes. One shoe change, the recommended accessories that are included. You could remedy the color of this by taking acetone solution and taking out all that yellow and making it just like that, green. So it's going to improve the overall look of the action figure. As for the sidearm, 50 cal. So I'm not using this for that action figure. Now take a look at this. So that sidearm or that pistol is G.I. Joe Classified Series. So when I pull it out, actually you guys are going to recognize this weapon system or this sidearm. So very plain and simple. This is an action figure that comes from G.I. Joe Classified Series. This is part of their lot. They could easily give this to Roadblock. Why give this weapon system to him, wherein when you place it inside the holster. That's not a proper fit. You have the part of the barrel sticking out and the slide. So yeah, very unacceptable. So this is a more suitable weapon system or sidearm for Roadblock. Look at that. Fits very well. Now with regards to weapon system, let's change this thing. Okay, so simple fix for Roadblock. Give him the right weapon system or firearm for the ammunition that he carries. So that belongs to G.I. Joe Classified Series Rock and Roll. That is Airborne's helmet and a proper fitting pistol or sidearm for that holster instead of this. Okay, so with regards to the Majus, I would have really appreciated this weapon system. Well, the plastic that is on this accessory is, compared to previous offering, it's nicely built. Size as for size, correct size for the action figure. It's just wrong ammo. And as for the feeding system, the belt that they included, once again, I'm going to repeat it, way too long. They should have included a shorter version. So we are forced to make use of accessories that we already have instead of them providing the right accessories that is with the set for the price that we pay. Okay, moving on with Tripwire. So this is the base action figure without the helmet. So for those of you guys who already have the first version of this action figure or this character, actually the first version is still available at Hasbro Pulse for $34. Okay, so let's do a spin of the action figure so you could really take a look at the details. Okay, so let's put the helmet on. Okay, so this is the up close and personal look at the head unit of the action figure. Articulation points. So actually we're not going to discuss articulation points anymore because we're really familiar with G.I. Joe Classified Series articulation points. So we just have to really concentrate on the details of the action figure and the accessories that are included, and of course the quality. Okay, so we have the helmet and we're going to put it on. So for you guys who already have the first version, so you could really gauge whether this is a vast improvement of the first one or not. Of course, the first one is going to include an additional armor, which this Tiger Force version only has one. Okay, so that's the detailed look on the body armor. Holster, the back of the figure, molly straps, additional molly straps, pouches, once again the head unit. So this is all of the accessories that is associated with Tripwire. Okay, so let's start with the side arm, which is a government model Colt 1911 45 ACP. and it stores nicely on the holster of Tripwire. So the barrel or the crown of the barrel is not poking through the holster. Good job. Okay, so controller for MacLeod. So one thick slab of plastic. At least it's the plastic is not soft and gummy, but it's lacking in details with regards to a screen on the controller. Of course, you're driving MacLeod, and well, you're not just going to be driving this thing remotely, but you'll be peering through the display that this controller is missing, because this system has cameras on it, actually, those, which is also non-painted. And going towards MacLeod, okay, so we have articulation on this section, on the arm, and on the grappling system or grappling system. Okay, but we don't have any form of storage for the controller. Nothing on the backpack which would possibly accommodate storing this thing. So if you try to wedge it on this section, which actually this is that section is the storage for the wand, that is just, as you could see, way too thick. So this, well, of course, attaches that way. So that's the details, and we already have one mine attached, and that's the other mine that is included. Details on the backpack. So nice pliable hose, but the wand, oh wow, that's really soft rubbery plastic. Ooh. Okay, soft, still very soft rubbery plastic. Okay, so that's the details for the accessories. So this is going to be the recommended display for Tripwire Tiger Force. Okay, so let's do a 360 of Tripwire. It takes a little bit of finagling with the action figure to have him properly hold the controller for this little guy, because of the armor pieces, especially on the shoulder area, because it's just way too bulky on this section. So positioning for a controller grip like that, it's going to take a little bit of really finding the sweet spot because of that. Ooh. Okay, and it's, as you could see, it's already detaching once again from the action figure. I already took this and subjected it to heat and tried to, as much as possible, get that peg fitting with the hole, and as you could see, it's detaching once again. Whew, okay, so yeah, so this section is going to impede with articulation points of the shoulder, especially we have armor pieces on the shoulder. So especially if you give this guy a rifle, so having a proper shooting stance, that's going to be quite impossible. Okay, so final verdict for this Tiger Force 2-figure set from G.I. Joe Classified series. Okay, so if you already have the first version of this guy and the previous versions of this guy, I think you're already good. No need to further shell out $54 for this 2-figure set. But if you want a different colored Roadblock, a different colored Tripwire, then, well, that's still good to go. It's going to be a personal choice. But I just shared my findings with regards to really taking a closer look at this action figure set. So considering what you're going to shell out versus what you're going to exchange with your hard-earned money, quality and the execution in action figure form of these two characters. So final verdict for me personally, it's going to be a pass. To you guys who are watching, well, it depends on what you have seen in this video. So yeah, that's it. Just sharing my thoughts so you'd be guided with your purchase. So if you like this review, very detailed review of this 2-figure set, of course it's very pricey, so like, comment, and subscribe to help me grow my channel. And see you on the next action figure or custom action figure review.